Hello, everybody. I just want to send out, kind of do a quick video, not a quick video, but it's going to be kind of like an extended video. Um, Basically sharing with you about my life growing up in the foster care system in the state of California. Um, it's going to be a video, but it's not. I'm not going to keep. I'm not going to. It's not going to be too long a video, but it will be quite lengthy. Basically, I just want to share with you all a little bit about my experience growing up in the foster care system in the state of California. It was it was basically uh, it was rough. It was a very rough a very rough place for me in my life at that time. I went through numerous foster homes. Grew up basically without my real quote unquote blood family, my real family. Most of these homes I went into or went through were basically, most of these parents were in it for the money. They weren't really in it for the children. A lot of them wasn't in it for the kids at all. So basically, we were pretty much dollar signs to most of them. Now, there were some of them who portrayed some sort of care or some sort of love, but I believe basically they were doing that just, just basically for the paychecks. Um, I never had the opportunity nor the privilege of being adopted, like most kids were able to be, or like most children were able to be adopted. I wasn't. I was basically just here and there, starting to this place, this house, this home, from home to home. I went through the whole 9 yards, and today I'm 41 years old, and even after all these years, you would think after 20 years has passed that will be I will be clear that I'll be free from that memory or from that painful part of my past. Some of it still lives within me. I share my story locally, both locally and nationwide, to those young people or those kids that are currently in foster care or within the foster care system. I'm gonna let you all know: don't give up. You are somebody. Remember that one of my favorite scriptures in the Bible was, or in that moment, my what got me through it was when I used to always tell myself, or the scripture in the Bible that says, um, trouble don't last always, and it don't. And that basically is what got me through my most hardest times through the foster care system. I know a lot of young people that are now pretty much the same age now. A lot of people go around the country sharing their stories. Some of them have joined groups. I'm actually part of a group that basically is called Foster Care Alumni. Um, look us up, look it up in your local city and state or county. Amazing group I joined is so many of us who all have experienced the same thing. Growing up in the foster care system, it's not as peachy keen as you think. I was me personally. Um, I was basically from home to home. I was living with different people, living with different parents. Um, I had a very not I wasn't I didn't suffer from depression or nothing like that, but I went through a phase of my life where it was real dark. It was very dark. Um, a very dark place in my life. Um, I was unable to really function as an adult. I wasn't even able to function as an adult. And 18, and trust me, at 18, you still don't know anything. At 18, you just beginning life. You know what I'm saying? You're finally, quote unquote, at 18, you officially become adult. I felt that they should have raised the age limit to 21. At 18, you don't know nothing about the real world, paying your own rent, getting a house, and living on your own, and catching public transportation. Like I said, we were sheltered from all that. We had no idea what catching a bus was, or getting out and walking every day like the real people, like in the free world. You know what I'm saying? We were under their rules. We were in their house. There were certain things we couldn't and could not do. Them people had to be with us at all times. It wasn't like we could just walk out the house and just you know walk out the house and say, "Hey, I'll be right back. I'm going down the street, or I'm finna chill at the park for a while." Or we couldn't do any of that. They had to take us everywhere. We freaking had to go everywhere, and and basically, that's how it was, man. And And it was in parts of it, it really was no joke. There was hundreds and thousands of hundreds of children even today in the foster care system. That's one of the biggest money makers for as profits, nonprofit organizations in this country today. Is the foster care system. Of course, I was in the state of California. I don't know what a lot of these other kids were, but I was in the state of California, and it was for the most part, um, it was like, to me, it was like, when you're sheltered like that for all those years, when you're always constantly sheltered, you're sheltered by the foster parents. You can only go with them everywhere. You couldn't leave out the house. You had to go anywhere, everywhere. And the only thing I remember basically was go to and from school, pretty much, right. Um, I went to a regular high school, did everything regular teenagers do, but still there was something lacking. There was something lacking in my life. Where was my real family? Why didn't anyone come and get me from out the foster care system? Anybody, any legal guardian, anybody, quote unquote, if you're a legal guardian, that could have taken these children in, or even those that today that are still suffering because these people are basically throwing their kids off into foster care because they don't want to be, quote unquote, bothered with their bad children. That's not right. You're supposed to train a child up the way they should go. I wish somebody would. I don't have any children of my own now, but I wish somebody would put in foster homes and all that. I bet you your kids didn't go through none of that. Y'all held on to y'all kids. Well, why couldn't y'all hold on to me? Why couldn't you take me back and bring me back to where the living sanity? There was plenty people who could have rescued me from the foster care system. I had family right by my side, right in the same county, same city. I had one person. I will never forget her. She was family. She was family, and I said today that was nobody but God. She was the one that came and got me. She found me. She located me. She was the one that got me out that horrible living. And they hate her till this day. Didn't know what's nobody trying to come get me out that place but her. And if she's listening, and if she's on YouTube, or if anybody that knows her, and she's listening out there in California, I love you. She's a family member, but I guess at that time she became like my legal guardian, and I've had waited for years. You have many people that come into your life to do incredible, but she went above and beyond of what I could have ever imagined. And till this day, I won't forget her. I won't. I always will love her. She took me back to the Bay Area. Matter of fact, I was in Northern California, and she took me back to the Bay Area. I went back to Oakland, stayed with her. It's like God sent her for a reason, and I'll always be thankful and grateful to her for that. I really feel deep in my heart. My prayers were answered for God to send someone my way to rescue me and help me get out that situation I was in. I was in the foster care system. Legally, I wasn't supposed to leave and go nowhere. But due to the fact she was a family member and I was over 18, I was at the age now where I could get released. Uh, Somehow she found me, she located me, and brought me back. So thank you, Lorraine Holmes, and I love you guys, Junior. I love all you guys, and thank you so much for what you did for me. You are a blessing, and I'm so thankful and so blessed, and I always will be grateful unto you. We've lost contact over the years. A lot of us have gotten older, and but know that I love you always, and may God bless you richly, and may you live a long, long life. Thank you. And also, hope you all enjoyed my little short story of me growing up in foster care. There was so much more I want to share, but I'll do that on the next video anyway. Love you guys. Take care. Have an awesome day, and blessings. Bye bye.